cool and collected, obviously in shape and ready for this fight. And there's the bell starting round one.
In comedy, great. Next month, as part of the Crackup Comedy Festival, she joins us now with more on her ode to the incredible John Candy. Please welcome back to the show, Mary Walsh, looking lovely as ever.
Thank
2017.
You. Thank you.
Welcome back. We were just talking politics, unfortunately, during the break.
I know.
So we all need laughter, don't we, in 2017?
Oh, my God. I don't know. We may need something stronger than laughter. What is there?
No.
But yeah, it just seems
strength.
very frightening, doesn't it? Don't worry, everything will be fine.
Everything will be okay because you're helping lead us into 150 years of this great country.
The sesquicentennial. It's like some monster risen up from the Great Lakes. The
Hold on.
sesquicentennial.
Is it
Does
the
it sound like
sesqui?
Sesqui, yeah.
Sesqui, you're the first one to tell me this.
Yeah,
it's
it's called the sesquicentennial.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the Loch Ness Monster or something.
It really does. It sounds terrifying, but it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit, first of all. We mentioned John Candy. There's a special show. You're teaming up with Sophie Gregoire Trudeau, who's lovely.
Yes. Oh, my God, she is so wonderful. Yeah. She's going to, you know, I've met her at a number of fundraising events in Ottawa, right, for mental health and for Wabano, which is an extraordinary place that I support. It's a Native health center in Ottawa, right, in central Ottawa. But, and Sophie Gregoire often helps, you know, does fundraisers for them. But this is a big dinner. Andrea Martin's going to be there. Hopefully, you know, Catherine O'Hara will be there. All the SCTV greats will be there, and hopefully some. We're not quite sure, so I can't give away, but there'll be big Canadian comedian names, both international and people who are still working in the country, and they'll all be there. It'll be like one of those golf dinners. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Where you get to sit with a golf pro and
they're sitting at your table.
Yeah, and it's a big celebration of John Candy and how extraordinary he was. He's like our generation's Stephen Leacock. That's how much like Stephen Leacock was the most read man in the English-speaking world. That's when he was writing at the turn of the century.
Something so magical and special about them that transcends time and long
place.
after they've passed. Yeah. Well, you saw even Norm Macdonald of the CSAs where he said, let's call it the Candies.
Well, let's call it the Candies. I'm hoping that's... Last night I did the Toronto Critics Gala or something, but everybody on the red carpet asked me about that. So I think there may be an actual movement toward that.
What was it about his brand of comedy that made him stand out so much?
I don't know. He just was funny.
Yeah.
You know, a critic said, you know, that they said they were criticizing some show on the CBC and saying it was just not funny. And, you know, the funny thing about comedy, isn't it? Yeah. It's very subjective. And so, you know, Uncle Roll with a bucket on his head down in the half-snap down in the basement on Christmas Eve, you know, dancing around is massively funny, you know, but it maybe not so much to everyone. Yeah. But John Candy seemed to transcend, he seemed to encapsulate all the different forms of comedy, didn't he? Like he was goony, and he was like a great actor.
The slapstick as well as, the quiet moments as a comedian.
God.
He had the quiet
Johnny
moments.
LaRue's Christmas, like it was heartbreaking. Like poor Johnny LaRue was an alcoholic, and all he wanted for Christmas was, I'm not even going to tell you the story.
He just wanted a crane shot.
The crane shot, I know. And it was somehow or other, it's the most ludicrous thing, and at the same time, it's really heartbreaking, and you felt so sorry.
It's tender.
It's tender. Yeah. That's right. He tread a very thin line between comedy and pathos, right? And we all felt that with him.
And why is it so important to you? I know you've spoken about this many times, to also do a show, what you're doing, to give back to everybody who does the work that they do for mental health care. You want to destigmatize it. You say if we talk about it, it gets rid of the boogeyman, right? It doesn't become this deep, dark thing.
Yeah. Well, we're doing with the Mental Health Commission this year a show for all the people who actually, you know, all these years we've been raising money to help places that help people with mental health issues. Yeah. And this year we thought it would be really good to actually do a show for the people who take advantage of those services. And so, you know, we've got great people. Ron James is going to drop by. Maybe even Howie Mandel will be there if he's around. And because we often, you know, when we're out busily raising money and having galas and stuff like that, we often forget about the people who are suffering, right? And life is very difficult for people in this country. 1 in 5 of us who suffer from a mental illness or an addiction. And you know, you're not often invited to comedy galas or
It's
things.
true.
You know,
That's true, and you know, we all need to laugh, and
Yes.
it truly is a gift. And thank you for giving it to us. It's going to be an amazing year. Make sure you see Mary at the Crackup Comedy Festival in Ottawa. I know one of the dates is February 12th, and
Yes.
then you can find out all the rest on our website. We're going to have a link to that. And enjoy. Laughter is medicine. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you, darling.
Bless
Thank you.
More BT right after this.
When I am with you, there's no